Time. Hello, judges. Welcome. My name's Q, and everything you see here today is an attempt to create despite the pressures of my own perpetual boredom. There's two things I want to accomplish here today. The first, I want to show you how I reclaimed my idle hands and turned my boredom into experimentation, excitement, and creativity. The second of which, I want to show you how we can use mixed media, in this case a homemade magazine, to better express ourselves and draw connections barista to better enhance our community bond. Judges, I'm going to step aside and begin preparing the espressos for your signature beverage. Go ahead and open up to that page. We'll talk a little bit more about what you see in just a moment. Now, judges, as we know, idle hands are the devil's workshop. Welcome to my workshop. I spend 40 hours a week here, putting 18 grams of coffee in a portafilter, pulling 36 grams of coffee out, streamlining my services, and doing it all with a smile. But let's be honest, sometimes it does get mundane and monotonous. So as industry professionals, it is our responsibility to find ways to keep it exciting, fresh, and push this industry forward. Now on that page, you'll see the coffees that we're going to be using today. I want to talk a little bit more about these. Today, I opted to use a blend of two wildly different coffees. The first of which is a washed Honduran Lempita coming from Don Astroval at his farm Nueva Esperanza. The second comes from Beleno Bariso at Beleno Bariso Farms in the Sidama region of Ethiopia. Blending these two coffees together shows us that as a community, if we take two halves of a whole and put it together, we can become something that is more exciting, complex, and intricate. Neither of these coffees on their own are anything to rave home over, but together they create an entirely new experience. Judges, the ratio that I'm going to be using today is 17 grams in, 55 grams out, at around 29 seconds. Let's talk a little bit more about the magazine that you see in front of us. This is a magazine that I curated with my best friend back home, Jet. It's our mission to bring a little bit more community to our small coffee town in Pittsburgh and give baristas a space to voice their own opinions and beliefs, as well as show that we are more than just baristas. We are artists. We are creatives. I'm adding both of these espressos to a chilled container I have over here. They're resting in stainless steel ice cubes to prevent any dilution from regular ice cubes. Go ahead and turn that next page, and let's talk a little bit more about the espresso course itself. Like I said, the unison of these two coffees is what creates the magic. Today, the espresso that I'm going to be serving you has a tactile experience that is velvety with a medium lasting finish that is pleasantly drying. It has a medium body and is very round. All right, judges, I'll ask you please just to evaluate the crema, but wait to taste. We're gonna let this coffee cool down a little bit closer to our body temperature so we can better taste the experience flavors. On the nose, you'll notice the scent of underripened cantaloupe. Our three main notes today are gonna be nectarine, blood orange, and a heavy hazelnut nougat carrying you throughout the finish. In that order as well. Judges, please stir your espressos. When you're finished with your spoons, you can set them right here in these vessels in front of you. Enjoy. While you do, I'm going to begin working on your milk beverage.
Put your hands together for Q's Espressos.
Now, judges, the drink I'm serving you today for your milk course is very near and dear to my heart. This drink was introduced to me by somebody who taught me that being a barista is the direct antithesis of boredom, but rather something that we can revel over and be excited about, an option to express ourselves and push the industry forward. This person is none other than Christopher Nicely Abel. Nicely has coined this drink the Gibraltar. You'll see it on that next page. The Gibraltar is a drink that is meant to be served barista to barista and isn't a drink that you're gonna find on a cafe menu often. I love this sentiment. It shows how important it is as a community to make sure we are serving ourselves and each other first. If we are not content with what we are doing, how could we ever be excited to serve others? Now, like I said, this drink is meant to be served barista to barista, served short, lukewarm, and meant to be drank fast. Judges, I want you to keep that in mind today. The temperature of this milk is extremely intentional. Not only does it allow us to slam it back before we hop on bar to crush a rush, but it also lets us taste it a little bit better. Now, judges, as soon as this hits your table, feel free to drink, okay? What was once hazelnut nougat in our espresso, has now transformed to become a hazelnut biscotti. The finish of this drink is delightful. That nectarine coming back into play, creating the sensation and taste of melted Neapolitan ice cream. Again, three flavors, better together all as one. I'm using a 6% milk today to create that luscious mousse-like mouthfeel. Judges, when you're finished with your milk drinks, please turn to that next page. One of my favorite things about being a barista has been noticing the similarities that we share with other industry professionals. I always like to say, bartender, barista, same job, different liquid. And I am not a good bartender. So today I had to challenge myself to push my concepts of flavor to create a new experience for you. On that page, you'll notice that we're gonna be rocking with the Cascara meringue. In this, I have 75 milliliters of a cold steeped Cascara tea. This came from Finca El Zapote in Guatemala. I'm adding 1 egg white and 25 grams of simple syrup. I'm gonna give this a good shake to incorporate all of the flavors. And then we're gonna charge it to create the meringue. In this shaker here, I have 120 grams of the espresso that you enjoyed earlier. I'll also be adding 15 grams of a homemade pear syrup. The addition of this pear syrup, combined with the chilled espresso, creates a new experience of huckleberry jam. By gently aerating this, we are increasing the velvety mouthfeel and enhancing the sweetness. Judges, I'm now gonna add approximately 30 grams of this to each of these cups. And this is my favorite part. As I said, we were in my workshop and noticed the bells tolling, anvils clanging. Experimentation is happening. I'm gonna get rid of that first little charge just to reduce the pressure in my can. The unison of this Cascara foam on top enhances that huckleberry jam and turns into sweet Italian gelato. Judges, please enjoy this drink. I recommend making sure you get a layer of foam and letting the espresso wash that foam back. I'm more than excited to be here today. 15-year-old me would be over the moon right now. I'm constantly searching for new stimulus in my life, for something to entertain me, and coffee has been the only thing that has stuck. I'm proud to be a barista, and more importantly, I'm proud to serve people just like you, who are also baristas as well. Judges, I ask you to challenge yourselves in life and find a reason to be less bored. Thank you again for being here with me today. Time.
Show some love. Q Miller Edwards, DeFair, Coffee and Tea, Pittsburgh, PA. Yo, that was dope.
Dude, I appreciate that,
Yo,
my man. Thank you.
Were right on point.
Come
man.
on
Right
now,
time,
right?
on
Everything with
time.
intentionality,
Good
yo.
flow. Yeah, right,
Absolutely.
right.
Come
Everything
on.
look. I mean, what do you mean you're not a good bartender, man? That looked pretty dope.
Hey, man, same job, different liquid, and I'm just not familiar with that liquid enough. You know what I mean?
Did you compete in Baltimore or Denver?
Baltimore.
So you had a little more time to put more into your.
I did, definitely.
And add the milk and figure that out.
Absolutely.
I like that, that community thing with the baristas.
Sure.
And then the innovation and creativity. That's pretty dope, man.
Absolutely, man. That's what it's all about.
Did much change from Baltimore to now?
Quite a bit, actually. Yeah. I went into Baltimore a little bit underprepared, and I owed it to myself and 15-year-old me to come back and mean it this time. Yeah. And that's what I did. I meant it. Yeah.
So did you bring a little bit of DeFair into your presentation as well?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, DeFair is the first company I've worked with where I feel like I could actually make a career in this industry. And being 21, that's huge.
Yeah,
I've been a barista since I was 15.
Yeah.
And
in Pittsburgh?
No, I originally in Arizona.
Arizona.
Yep. And then I met up with Nicely in Venice Beach.
Yeah.
And then he kind of gave me the bug, and it was over from there.
That's what's up. Nicely's a cool dude.
I love that man. Yeah, that's awesome. The homie for sure.
Do you have any questions?
Do you have any shout outs?
Any shout outs? Absolutely. Thank you for my family for being here and believing in me that being a barista is a real gig. Thank you to my friends who are here in the audience as well. Big shout out to Steph, my head roaster back home, and our homie Danny at Dynamic Coffee Roasters for coming in clutch with this Lempita. That's all I got. Shout out to Nicely, of course.
Yeah, Nicely.
Yeah, absolutely.
One more time, y'all. Q, give it up. DeFair. Coffee and Tea, Pittsburgh.